time, Nasty Majesty really needs to pull off this win to be taken seriously for a contender for that top 4 spot, which I think right now they still definitely are. I think this is a very lose-lose situation for both the teams, and whoever loses, I think, is going to come out on the other side in a really hard spot going forward.
Well, before we go to you, Salty, and get your thoughts, I'd like to look at their stats. Again, as we just mentioned, Nasty Majesty at 3-6 after losses to tough teams Bittersweet and Mirage last week. Their average spread, though, is only negative 12.3, even with the record. Regular Gamers sitting at 3-3. Their average spread, less than a point.
My gosh, guys.
0.7 up over the other team. It looks like to me, Regular Gamers plays a much more fast-paced game. They get 29 kills a game and 27 deaths a game, while Nasty Majesty is only sitting at 15 kills a game and 16 deaths a game. So both teams have a close ratio, but Regular Gamers has a lot more blood, or should I say, splats and ink in their game. So Salty, we're coming to you with your expert thoughts. Nasty Majesty or Regular Gamers, who do you give the edge to in this matchup?
Okay, this is the way I see it. There are 5 teams currently that all have at least proven themselves somewhat that they have what it takes to take one of these 4 spots. Problem is, there's only 4.
Right.
One of them won't be able to make it. And for Nasty Majesty and RG, this game is really important because they've already lost enough games. Like, RG's already lost enough games to consider it a full loss, right?
Yeah,
yes.
Nasty Majesty's already lost against 2 of those top competitors, Bittersweet and Mirage. They lose this, they pretty much can't lose another game for the rest of the season.
All right. Well, you set it up real well. The importance of this matchup, Salty, the players are ready to go, so we're going to jump into the game here. I'm super excited for Nasty Majesty. Regular Gamers coming on up here. First game, Tower Control on Snapper Canal. In the yellow, we have Nasty Majesty. In the purple here, we have Regular Gamers. And who are you giving the edge now that you've seen their team comps coming out here today, Salty? Anything?
Still looking. I'm not sure. Both of these comps have interesting aspects to them, and we'll have to see where the teams take them.
Both teams using the charger out here today. We'll see which team has the better backline rate. The tower is being pushed right now by Regular Gamers, so they're going to get the first, at least, push going for themselves. Zach, what are you seeing out here? Who do you think is going to win this game?
It's hard to say. I see Regular Gamers already, not quite taking that checkpoint, but feeling good in that first minute, I think. Being able to come very close to it. But now we are seeing Nasty Majesty take pretty much the same route. And I'm seeing something that's a pretty similar skill set.
It seems like before we can even see it happen, these players are dying left and right. We were saying Nasty Majesty wasn't having as many high kill, high death games. But here right now against Regular Gamers, it seems like Regular Gamers are forcing the issue trying to make them play their game style here, which gives me a little bit of confidence that Regular Gamers might take that win. Do you think Nasty Majesty can play that fast, Salty?
Hold up, I showed everything. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. RG definitely has the right side of the map locked down for the most part. They know how important it is to make sure that no one passes that first check, because they can snowball very quickly. So it'd be really interesting to see. I definitely do think that the first team to get that first check will put themselves in a very strong position for the rest of the game.
Gamers doesn't get 2. He's gonna get costly. How many more can he get? If he gets 2 picks here, this is gonna be a huge start for the push of Nasty Majesty. Isn't able to find that last one. They are on the tower. Can Jamoka get the lead here? They're battling it out. This is gonna be a close one. Point stop. Cosby gets the stop. LK there. They are gonna get the lead, and Nasty Majesty
he lost it.
by 1 point right now. They're gonna get through the checkpoint. So right now, Nasty Majesty taking the lead. But it's still a very close game. It's been very back and forth.
That big checkpoint win, though, in this back and forth game, that's really important. Checkpoint 2 is being passed, and it looks like it's going to go through. Oh, maybe not as quick as thought.
I'm going to stop them for a little bit. Staying on the Inca again, trying to find pick, not going to find it, and instead finds the roller to his face.
Word. I'm seeing so much map control going back and forth between these teams. It is not clear who has more map control than me right now.
Yeah, talking about one of the closest matchups in probably all year that we've seen so far. I'm enjoying this action. Shane versus LK. And even just every pick seems to be very close one way or the other.
And extremely valuable. Where if you can get any of these players down, it's really, really important. And I think getting just one down is a proper move to make a big play after that kill.
No one's touched the tower for about a full minute. 2 go down for regular gamers. We're starting to get in that territory, Salty, of talking about regular gamers not having enough time to push the tower. Do you think that Nasty Majesty has the clear advantage right now?
For sure. And while I don't think it's safe to say that you can count out RG just yet, it is starting to look a little bit good for them now.
Probably getting kills to stop the tower push. They're not going to checkpoints too. That's pretty big. So I don't think regular gamers has enough time to get through both checkpoints. So having that stopper there is pretty massive for them.
Man, yeah, we're seeing Nasty Majesty lose the tower here. Looks like it'll be going pretty close back to the center here. It's regular gamers' time to get these kills. Beautiful kill there on Jamoka from range. And jumping on the tower. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Diego is right there to make the stop. And it just seems like both teams, every time they get in the push, the other team gets a bunch of kills. So I am not feeling confident that regular gamers can stay alive long enough. Although, as I say, they at least get 2 picks. Shane, though, trying to put the stop down with that inkjet, not finding anyone quite yet, barely missing the tower. Regular gamers, this is their chance, Zach. Do you believe?
Oh my gosh, they gotta take this checkpoint. For 30 seconds remaining, you've got to take this checkpoint right here, and it doesn't look like they can do it. They lose the tower, and it's going back to the middle.
20 seconds left. Changing in these picks is huge.
Yes.
It looks like all but over, unless somehow regular gamers can spawn, and someone's got to get on the tower. Cosmo's got to get 2 or 3 kills right here. He hasn't found them. Suction bomb taking him out. Nasty Majesty looking for the win, unless somehow Tax can get there in time, but he's not even going to try. He's the only one left alive. Nasty Majesty getting that first victory there today against regular gamers, and that's going to be a huge motivation to them moving forward in this play all 3.
I think that map control we saw at the end was a very important piece for their victory. They had so much movement that they could have toward the end, and it really helped in those final kills. Nothing really mattered.
Yep, and as we've always talked about in this series, why does anyone else play, or why does no one just always play Nautilus? Because Shane just got 16 splats there. It seems like that was a huge factor. Salty, was there anyone else out there that you want to call out that you think led Nasty Majesty to that first victory?
I definitely do believe it was more of a team effort. You know, like they kept map control really well. Though, I did see Mako get a few cool snipes here and there. Like, those snipes definitely did help, especially on the defense, where he was the first one to get a pick on the one on the tower, which kind of shut down their push, like, RG's push there on that check.
Yeah. It seemed like regular gamers had a lot of picks, they had a lot of kills, but they weren't able to get any pushes going. It didn't seem like the objective, we've seen them struggle with that before, where they get a lot of kills, but the objective doesn't go far enough to get the victory. So, Zach, how do they prevent that from happening here on Clan Blitz?
Guys, I think that it's really going to come down to that map control. That's what I was seeing the most back and forth. And for some reason, by the end of the game, Nasty Majesty had really solidified that they were in control. They had most of that paint on that map. And I think that's what really shut down regular gamers from being able to come back together as a unit. They did not have enough movement that they could get to Nasty Majesty to shut them all down. But these teams are extremely, extremely even. Maybe the most even we've seen this season.
Yeah. No, I think that is true. It felt like both teams had chances. Both teams were getting kills left and right. And that makes me excited for the whole series because I don't think either team goes away from that first game thinking, oh man, we're screwed.
Right.
I think both teams have the confidence, oh, we can win the second game or third game, even for regular gamers who lost that first one. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. Clan Blitz is just a few seconds away. Regular gamers need a win here to tie it up 1-1 against Nasty Majesty. We'll see if they can do it and split the series up. Let's get into the action and see what happens.
Go.
Alright, we're going to that Clan Blitz. Looks like Nasty Majesty is going to be coming out here in the purple today. Regular gamers going to be in the green this time around. So, as we get out here for Clan Blitz on New Albuquerque Hotel, Salty, I'm not seeing a lot of backline, which I would expect for this map. Why do you think that is?
Well, to be fair, Mako is going to Bamboo, which is just effectively, I mean, the Bamboo pretty much has the same range as the Spot Charger, so you might as well just call that a more mobile, like, charger in that sense, a more mobile backline. It's kind of like a hybrid between a midline and backline, so there's not a complete, like, avoidance of backline here, as well as, you know, also BP. Other than that, the Double Junior is an interesting pick, especially with one being a custom meta and vanilla, so we'll see how that works out for them.
Well, looks like Nasty Majesty is going to pick up the first Super Clam. I'm also interested to see Rain rocking that ballpoint flatly. I don't feel like we've seen it as much since it got here. Salty, is it still a viable option?
It's still most definitely a viable option with its main gimmick being it's the only splat lane in the game with a beacon. And as well as it's also still a pretty mobile option of a backline, despite it being nowhere near as strong as it was before the 5.2 patch.
Well, looks like Raider Gamers have taken control. They are now the ones pressing up the Nasty Majesty trying to get a score. No one getting a score yet. Zach, we're already a minute and 20 seconds into the game.
Guys, yeah, we're seeing some footballs going back and forth, but we have not seen anybody being able to open up a base yet. I think we've seen pretty often. Oh, there it is, just as I say it.
One in. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
Raider Gamers taking that first lead. Can they get any more score though? LK is trying to. He's in a 1v2. Throws one more in just for fun.
Why not?
But I don't think they're gonna get any big.
Oh,
score
there we
out.
go.
Wait a
We're
minute.
seeing something special.
Cosby out of nowhere.
Wow. Okay.
I literally looked away because the timer was about to go. Pax trying to get there with another super climb. I don't think he's gonna get this one.
No, indeed not. But he's got it ready to go. So 3 minutes left. We saw a crazy push here from regular gamers. Well done to them. And Shane, of course, with that Nautilus just going off. What a legend. And of course, also getting some good map control. There we go. My word.
Yeah, there's still a lot of green paint on the map for regular gamers. Is that just due to the Splattershot Juniors coming out for them? The double. There you go, does score. So at least they get one super claim in there. Are they going to be able to get any more scores in though? That's going to be huge to make the lead.
Oh, baby!
With the super, and they get more points. Mako is there with 8 more claims. So is Shane. Can they get any more scores? Shane throwing in for the lead. No, he gets stopped. 1 point score.
Oh, shoot.
With the nice clutch stop. 1 point away. Holy
Look
cow.
how even these teams are. They are just beautifully shutting each other down. And as we see, just 1 point away from each other, both in the actual score and the penalty.
This is, again, as we talked about, these are very tight matches, and these potentially could be those teams looking for those 3rd, 4th, 5th place spots for playoffs. Can they make it happen? I don't know who's going to win. This is going to be a very important match if they want to make it to playoffs.
But look at all these super clams we have all over the place. Diego gets it in. The barrier is open. Still a penalty. No scores. No points have been scored.
No points. Will they get a super jump in? No, their other clan, they get wiped off the map, and unfortunately, that means I think a push is going to go the other way. Regular gamers have 2 super clans ready to score. They get 1. Okay, Overture doesn't get it. Cosby second though. That's going to be another big lead. Pax now by himself trying to throw in more. Does get 1, but now they get wiped. Salty, Nasty Majesty is going to have full control now of the map. What do they need to do with their time?
They need to do map control. They need to simply just get the right picks and just simply have specials enabled so that they're able to outlast the defensive capabilities of RG here to get enough points.
Diego taking in for the score.
There it is.
Super Clan Mako gets it, and a well-timed super jump is gonna get the lead now for Nasty Majesty. They did exactly what you said, Salty, and now they have the lead going into the last seconds of the game.
Sheesh, yes, just 38 seconds on the clock. Something special's got to happen to get it done. But it's definitely not too far away, especially if we see an overtime. Something crazy can definitely still happen.
Both teams losing players. That's going to give the advantage, though, I would say, to Nasty Majesty. As Raven Gamers are the ones forced to... Uh-oh, Mako with a little bit of an oopsie. I don't know if that was the pressure getting to them, but that was not the play they needed.
Oh my gosh, just 10 seconds on the clock. What a regular game of games.
They need a super clan and a couple teams to take the lead. They do have a super clan ready, but one goes down. Rain, on the other hand, though, trying to run away from it.
Oh,
The super clan falls. Cosby by himself tries to get it, but the stop is made by Shinko and Main. And this could be the game. Mako popping off. Double kill at the end to end it all.
Man.
Such a close game, but Nasty Majesty is going to pick up the second win with that come from behind victory in the last minute. What a game. Only 7-point difference. Nasty Majesty getting the better edge. Shane again with a 16 splat. And Mako on the Bamboozler, as Salty you were calling out earlier. 10 splats on the day for Mako on that game. Whew. Ryan Bet saw how great that game was and followed. Thank you, Ryan, for the follow.
Good.
But, Zach, I mean, walk us through that game because it seemed like that was a hard game to follow with how many lead flops went back and forth.
And it was. I think it was genuinely just a back and forth game. I don't think there was ever 2 times in a row that a team was able to use that super clam to open the base. And it really came down to who could get their team together on that base at the same time. And we didn't see as much as I feel like we have in the past of like a super clam opening a base and then another super clam going in. It had a lot to do with opening that base and then getting somebody in who could bring in 4 clams, somebody who brings in 2, whatever. It was a lot of very small plays, not a lot of huge plays.
No, very back and forth game. Salty, though, it seems like Regular Gamers has a curse on Clam Blitz to have a lead and to lose it within the last little bit of time. That happened today and last week. What is it about Regular Gamers and Clam Blitz, you think? What do they need to change up?
Well, on their defenses, I guess they kind of panicked a little and, you know, they kind of dropped from their safer positions up top instead of just simply painting the map, especially with 2 juniors, right? With 2 juniors, you wouldn't expect them to be super aggressive when it comes out of defense or offense. They would much rather play more passively, just simply get passive paint control because simply they outpaint the enemy team and just try to get off of picks and whatnot from there. So honestly, it's more of just like kind of know what your comp is for. You know, you're running two juniors. Clearly, you have amazing paint. Just play off of that, right? So
yeah. Well, we'll see if they are able to take some of that tips. We're not playing Clam Blitz, though. We're playing Rainmaker now. We'll see if Regular Gamers can split this series 1-2 rather than getting swept. Nasty Majesty looking to put themselves back at a 50% win rate if they can get this sweep here. We'll see what happens here in Rainmaker. Game number 3, Nasty Majesty versus Regular Gamers. Let's jump into it. Alright, in the purple, we got Nasty Majesty again. In the green, we have Regular Gamers here today. Coming out on Rainmaker, Sturgeon Shipyard. Salty, give us some good weapons that you want to point out here today. Am I seeing 2 bamboozlers?
Yeah, I just saw like 2. Yeah, that's a thing.
Is this a BM comp? I mean, they have 2 Inzaps and 2 bamboozlers. Are they
Maybe
trolling?
we'll have to see. It depends if they can work out or not. Other than that, everything else seems kind of... I think 2 Inzaps.
Zach, I mean, you must love this comp. You love those Inzaps.
I'm a huge fan of this Bamboozler NZAP comp. In fact, it kind of makes me want to make a Bamboozler NZAP tournament next week.
Well, we'll see if it pays off. It seems goofy to me, but hey, if we can get the kills and map control, then maybe it works out. I don't know. Shane's getting shoved off the edge there.
All right.
Nasty Majesty with the Rainmaker, though. Even though they're in 4-3, they're getting a lot of points. Regular Gamers, of course, are going to make that stop, though. And they only get it to 60. That's probably not a game winning score.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Regular Gamers really need to capitalize on this kind of meme comp that we're seeing.
Definitely an interesting game.
Yeah. Absolutely. Lots of good specials that look coordinated here from Regular Gamers. But they take some points, but not the lead.
Yeah, Shane kicking off attack in mid-air up to stop their play 72 to 60. What a stop from him. The other thing that is interesting about the Inzap is you do get the double armor. So sometimes that can come in.
It does. It's very important to have. We're 3 minutes, 30 seconds in. And even in Rainmaker, something that's very easy to see a like 100-0 play really quickly. We're still seeing really even plays.
Again, a close matchup between all these teams every single game they play. Cosby has hit the Rainmaker. You can see if he can dance around. He needs some picks here. Can he get out of this trouble though? He does, and that means they can have the map control to score big. Cosby following his team. They only need to do 60, but a stop by Diego just in time is going to make them pay for it. Regular Gamers having some trouble beating this Rainmaker.
Sheesh. Regular Gamers really need this win. Definitely, Nasty Majesty is solidified. All right, look, we're back in it, guys. It's okay. We're gonna be in this top 4. They're feeling good. Regular Gamers, they need to prove themselves this game.
Looks like finally Nasty Majesty is going to get the control back that they need. It's Rainmaker push, but a double kill by Rain and LK. What a play. This could be the spot. 3v1. Can they get it? Mako is the only one left to defend. And Fizzy Bombs are out, but I don't know if that's going to be able to stop it. 3v1 here. I think Greater Gamers should be able to get the lead. Let's go. Mocha comes in with a double kill.
Oh my gosh.
Salty. Why isn't Regular Gamers able to get these pushes that they need to get the lead here?
They're kind of just running into the bamboos, and then if they don't run into the bamboos, then they just get super, like, they just get flanked by a zap, and it just kind of shuts down on them. Honestly, it just felt good. I mean, I don't know how to feel about it, honestly.
Well, so far they have the lead, so they're feeling pretty good about it, I would say.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want as long as you win, right?
I'm feeling Jamocha. I think that she's going to be able to take a lead here. Even some, I mean, not that they don't have the lead, but they're going to be able to score some more points here. But that Stingray might change that.
Stingray by tax, that's going to save the day for at least now. But a minute and 20 is not a lot of time to move this Rainmaker. They don't have to move very far, though. Only to a 60 point is what they got to get to. Rain right now trying to make some picks with this sloshing bucket, but is having some hard time doing it.
Just watching regular gamers just kind of feels sluggish almost. There's something that just shows that they aren't able to get this cohesiveness and get that Rainmaker going. They got a minute left to figure out how to get that done.
Double kill there. It just seems like these bamboozlers are able to pick off these players. And right now, it's making it look like Nasty Majesty is going to win. Salty, should they push this Rainmaker or just let it sit here and run out the clock? What would you say?
No, you should just, like, literally, like, just wait a few more seconds, pick up the Rain, and just bring it back to spawn and win that way.
Alright, well, 30 seconds left. They do let the Rainmaker reset. Okay, going down there is going to make it hard for regular gamers. Cosby and crew are going to have to do something special. Now in a 2v4, they're just not able to stay alive. And this is looking pretty bad for regular gamers. It could be the sweep right here. 16 seconds left. Unless somehow they can get even near this Rainmaker, they don't have a chance.
Jamocha picks up the Rainmaker, keeping it to themselves. Oh,
Keeping it to themselves. They're actually kind of throwing here. This is dangerous. They push back the Rainmaker.
Oh my! Okay.
I mean, a little bit of BM right there, Salty, don't you think?
Yeah, it's worth the line.
I don't know why, but Cosby's going to have one more chance to run it back. Can they do it? They are in a 3v4. This is going to be very challenging for Cosby to stay alive. 2v4, Curling Bomb takes him out. The BM and the win for Nasty Majesty is going to hold on to that 12-point victory. And even though every game was very, very close, Nasty Majesty able to pull off the wipeout of regular gamers. Wowzers, what a whack game.
Yeah.
I mean, Salty, how do you even talk about a game where there's 2 Inzaps and 2 Bamboozlers? What is that? Are they crazy or?
I remember an NPU. That's pretty much the only thing we can talk about.
I mean, are they mad or are they that good or is this somehow a secret comp? I don't know. Tell me about it.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. When you pulled up the map with all their main slots, I'm just like, that's a lot of NPU. That's kind of weird. And I didn't even look at their weapons. It was weird. It's a weird life we live.
Well, weird, but it worked, Zach. What does this series mean to you going ahead in our league? Regular Gamers getting 0-3, Nasty Majesty pulling themselves back to a 6-6 record.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about these two teams right now?
It shows that the skill of this league has drastically shifted, I think. Nasty Majesty coming into this match kind of looking like a lower level team a little bit. I don't
after week 2,
right.
They did go 0-6.
Yes.
Yeah.
And regular gamers coming in here today, I thought we would at least see a 2-1.
Yeah.
But I was kind of surprised by how bodied it felt like regular gamers was game 3.
Yeah, it's interesting because all the games were super close, and Shads, Nikki, Nikki, and Lucario, thank you for the follows in the last 10 minutes. It's just interesting because it all felt like really close games, but never felt like regular gamers had the lead enough to take the victory. It always seemed like they were scrambling in the last moments, trying to pull the game back.
Yeah.
And Nasty Majesty, I mean, they almost threw it back to them in Rainmaker. They gave them another chance. But it seemed like Nasty Majesty had the lead and were able to just sit on that lead for the last minute or so of the game.
Right.
So, yeah, it's really interesting to me because this means now regular gamers are sitting where Nasty Majesty were after week 2. Now 3-6 record. Nasty Majesty feeling a lot better at a 6-6 record.
Yeah.
So it's just stirring up these storylines a lot for me. And, I don't think it means regular gamers have no hope, right? I mean, they're 3-6, which is a bad record.